India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar held a telephone conversation with his Iranian counterpart Abbas Araghchi. During the call, they discussed regional and international developments in light of the ongoing war by the United States and Israel on Iran. Now, according to reports, the Iranian foreign minister explained the latest developments related to the ongoing war. Araghchi also emphasized the need for independent countries to exert pressure on the aggressor and instigator of the war to end these aggressions and to guarantee that no further violations of Iran's national sovereignty and security will occur. The Indian foreign minister emphasized the development of bilateral cooperation in various fields and stressed the importance of efforts to restore stability and security in that region. Let's talk to our assistant editor for Foreign Affairs, Sidhant Sibol. He's now joining us on the phone. Sidhant, there have been a number of conversations being held by officials in India, including the Prime Minister who spoke to the Iranian president, and also now the Foreign Minister of India speaking to the Foreign Minister of Iran. The developments from your end?
Well, this is the fifth conversation between the Indian External Affairs Minister and the Iranian Foreign Minister since the war broke out on 28th of February. And during this conversation, the focus was, as always, the topics: the war in West Asia, the Strait of Hormuz. The Iranian side basically said that there should be guarantees that there should not be future such aggressions. That's a term that has been used in the Iranian readout, and talked about the ongoing conflict and the Iranian legitimate right to defense in the aftermath of what the Iranian Foreign Ministry has termed as an aggression by Israel and United States. Now, of course, the Indian External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, talked about peace and security in the region. But it is important to know that the conversation comes at a time when the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi also spoke to the Iranian president. This is the second conversation between the two leaders since the war broke out. And clearly, we know that there has been ongoing engagement between the two sides, including, of course, the Indian ships being allowed to transit the Strait of Hormuz. We saw last week vessels like various vessels which came to the Indian shores with energy is something that was seen as a welcome development. But clearly, we know that the longer this war continues, there will be repercussions, not only of course, for Iran in terms of what's happening, so many people who have died there, but also for countries like India, where there can be an impact on the energy prices. We have seen almost on a daily basis the Indian government holding press conference and talking about the measures it has taken when it comes to LNG, when it comes to the crude oil prices. While the petrol prices haven't increased, the premium section, the premium petrol prices have been increased by the oil marketing companies. So everyone is looking at a possible impact in terms of the economic costs, not only in terms of the energy prices, that cascading into the food prices and impacting the inflation that is known as the war inflation with the war impact. But clearly, Indian side actively engaged with the Iranian side. In fact, the maximum number of times that the Iranian foreign minister has spoken to any foreign minister since the outbreak of war is with the Indian External Affairs Minister, and that clearly shows the ongoing engagement between the two sides. In fact, today is Nowruz, and the Indian Prime Minister and the Indian External Affairs Minister congratulated and extended greetings to their counterparts, the Iranian counterparts.
All right, that is our assistant editor for Foreign Affairs, Sidhant Sibol. Thank you for the update.